Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Neverwinter. I'm taking a look at the beta weekend here. It is currently March 25th, and today's discussion is going to be about the economy. We're kind of winding at the end of this beta weekend, and I'm not quite done with the content I'm trying to do for all the classes, but I wanted to do this before I lost access. I had talked a bit about economy in one of the other videos, but I wanted to make something completely separate for it in case anyone was interested in this specifically and didn't want to hunt it down. So what we're going to look at is how you are going to play this game, how you can spend your real money on the game, and what you can expect if you don't spend real money on the game. So we're going to be looking at this because there's a invocation system in this game that you can use about once an hour. Somewhere around levels, I think somewhere between 12 and 13, I don't know, somewhere in there, you're going to get a quest that will allow you to invoke your chosen deity. And you can invoke your deity every hour. So if I'm sitting here in a place of power, like right here I'm at an altar, there was a portable altar here, but apparently has gone away. Now I'm not sure if you can do this at campfires. I haven't tried it because of course it is a 1 hour cooldown, so whenever the hour's up I haven't always had a chance to try it. But in this case you can see in the upper right, I'll go ahead and go into my icon here. You can see I've got my deity here, and it's right by the location. The shortcut for this is Control-I. We'll go ahead and do that now. You can see you invoke your god. Everything is happy. And you can see that we get from this about 250 rough Astral Diamonds. And it looks like I get some experience points as well. So just go ahead and look at that. 250 rough, because this will be important. Alright. I also get 1 Celestial Coin and 1 Ardent Coin. Now what are these coins all about? Well, there's kind of a hidden menu here. There's not a shortcut key as far as I know, but here next to my deity invocation, I have a little button here where I can redeem my items. So we look in here, we can see I have 2 Ardent coins and I have 1 of 7 Celestial coins. Now, the Celestial coins you get the first time you use your invocation skill on a given day. So you can only get this once a day, and as you can see, maximum of 7. So every week you can hit the cap on this if you do it every day. Now, I'm not sure what the Celestial coins will do for me, but we can see that the Ardent coins here that you get, they don't go away. You can get those once an hour according to this. If we look up here, we see that, okay, Celestial's over there. We'll look at that. Very good. We'll be able to look at that. But here we can look at the Ardent stuff. We can see that, okay, 7 Ardents give me something like an Elixir of Life. If I look up here, we can see that it heals instantly 12,000. The next time I drop below half health, I gain the bonus again. What else do we have here? A die pack for 10 coins, so every 10 hours I can get that. Dungeon Master Scroll for extra experience points. Does it give a time limit? Let's take a look here. It's lacking an auto description. Okay, so there's no description there to let me know how often it can be used. I can also get companions using this system. So here, this one takes 50. So yeah, 50 hours of praying time to get this. But this is a companion, so you can actually get a companion angel, and that's pretty nice to see. So you actually get rewarded for, you know, over time invoking your god. It's not something that you absolutely have to do. So as far as the Celestials go, it looks like we only have a few choices. You've got the Elixir of Fate, allows you to use 1. So every day you can get an Elixir of Fate, which is Strength, Constitution, Dex, Intelligence, Wisdom, Charisma by 1 for 30 minutes. If you store up to 3, there's an XP bonus, it would appear. Increases Strength. No, that's not the same thing. Elixir of Fate, Elixir of Fate. I think that's kind of bugged out because it says the same exact thing. Okay, but apparently there'll be an XP bonus. And then here we have the Blessed Professions Resource Pack of 5. And we can see that we get, well, it's going to be items for crafting, obviously, all the way up to 7. So if you save up 7, if you do your invocation once a day, every day, because if you don't do it, apparently what will happen is if you don't do it on a given day, you lose them all. So let's see here. Celestial coins, like the gods themselves, have fleeting form, must be renewed daily to persist in the mortal world. They will be lost if you fail to invoke again in time. So yes, in order to get this final item, you have to invoke every day. You have to log in at least once a day to do this. So it contains a generous sum of Astral Diamonds. So this is important. These Astral Diamonds are part of the main currency of the game. Alright, so as we see here, I'll go into my currency real quick. Currency tab. You see that I've got about 2,000 right now. I believe I got that the first time I used the invocation, and I haven't gotten... basically, the first time I did it, I got 2,000, so now it seems like I'm only going to be getting rough ones each day. So you can refine the rough ones, and I just did it, and I didn't see how many it says. Okay, but you can refine your rough Astral Diamonds into regular Astral Diamonds. And unfortunately, I didn't catch how much it was, so I'll have to try and take a look at the footage and see if it actually mentioned how many coins I got from that. But, hey, we can still tell at this point that once a week, you can get a decent amount, and unfortunately we don't have an idea of how much exactly. Generous sum. Maybe 2,000 like I saw. Now, why is this important? Why am I going over the invocation system here as it relates to the economy? Well, as I said, it's about those diamonds. Let's go ahead and go here into the store here. This is so you can buy and sell Zen for these diamonds, these Astral Diamonds. And as I mentioned in another video, the price of Zen, I had to look this up because I couldn't actually go to the website to buy it yet, is about $1 for 100 Zen. The reason why I'm not entirely sure on that is because if you go to the website at Perfect World, you have to put in credit card information before you can actually get to a purchase screen. I didn't quite feel like I wanted to do that just yet. It was a lot of, a lot of hassle to go through. So I just looked it up. Turned out to be 100. Now, of course, you can get more the more you spend. So you basically get a discount if you're going to be buying a larger amounts of Zen. So if we come here to the Astral Diamond Exchange, we can get a rough idea of what the community wants to pay for these. Now, this is something that Guild Wars 2 did. The player base can choose what they want to pay for Astral Diamonds. Now, in Guild Wars 2, what happened is the diamonds that you could buy in that game started cheap. And then as the game went on, the price for the diamonds started going up. They were called gems, not diamonds. But the price kept going up, and this especially happened during a holiday event when these gems were used to purchase holiday-specific items. So if they do something like that in this game, where they're going to do holiday-specific events and maybe get holiday-specific items, then you can expect the exact same thing to happen here. So a tip might be to keep an eye on the market and see if maybe buying gems early might not be a bad idea. Because if they're cheap in the beginning and then they start going up in price, you could actually turn around and turn a profit on your Zen, which is essentially real money. Now, you can't cash it out. This isn't like Diablo where you can sell stuff on a real money auction house. You're only going to get back the Zen. But as we can see here, the current market is valuing a, let's see here, price of 1 Zen, which is pretty much 1 cent, at about 480. So we're looking at about 4,000, almost 5,000 of these diamonds for $1. So the amount I got was probably about 50 cents worth on my prey. Now, let's go into our character tab, because this is where you're going to be spending these diamonds. If I go, I can't change attributes. Now, we did look into this in the character creation, or during one of the Trickster Rogue videos, is you can't change this at all. You don't have a way of doing that. But if you go into your feats, you can see that you can respec. At this level, and I don't know if this is going to go up, it costs me 9,600 to respec my feat. So what you're looking at is the current player exchange rate is basically saying to respec your skills is going to cost you about $2. $2 for a complete respec. Well, that's not bad. Just means that you have to pretty much be sure what you want to do. And then, of course, later you can spend a couple bucks to respec at any point. Now, keep in mind, that is the current market, and this is only in beta. So when the game goes live, this very well could change. Now, as we can see here, when it comes to the economy, the other things that you can buy are going to be things like companion active slots. $3.50 for a companion active slot, so it's about $3.50. So this is where your money is going to go, is in a lot of these. Now, later on, I wish I could give more about how this economy is going to work. I can tell you what it is going to be for items, but on their website it seemed like it was going to be that you could use these gems to continue progression, such as being able to access high-level dungeons. Now, I don't know entirely how this is going to work. As we saw here, I'm only getting rough Astral Diamonds, so hopefully it's not going to be a lot to do that. But that might be where they get their money. Basically, they limit you by allowing you to do so much in a day or a week. And then if you want to do more, you have to pay for it. Now, according to their FAQ, this was going to be across all your characters. So I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work, because apparently you can invoke your god on each character, so I could still get rough diamonds on each character. Of course, each character has their own Astral Diamond amount. So I'm not 100% on that. This is something that I can't really test too much due to not having sufficient resources, but I still wanted to at least give you guys an idea of what to expect when it comes to these diamonds. As you can see, buying Zen is apparently not available right now. Either that or no one is posting. This is all completely player driven, so anyone that's played Guild Wars knows exactly how this works. We can see here that all the items on Zen, you're not going to be buying power with Zen, from what I can tell. Now again, we talked about the possibility of dungeons being locked out if you use up your diamonds. Now, that means you can't buy power with those diamonds, but you can buy quicker progression. And there are booster packs. So if I go in here, we go into items. I don't think they're in here. They are packs. No, they'll be under services, I think. Nope, rename companions. So this is a little tricky. I believe you can buy experience packs, expanded keys, glory. Okay, here we go. Glory boosters. What are these? Wards, cure serious wounds. So at least we can buy a glory booster. I'm guessing that's going to be a system of which you're going to be able to buy items. Again, a lot of this I can't explore because I just cannot seem to get to high level just yet. See, look at this. On use, 5,000 bonus glory earned at 25% extra. So it allows you to get it faster. So it looks like it's limited by an amount. So you get a 25% glory boost, but only up to 5,000 glory. So it's not limited by time, it's limited by how much you get. 1,500 earned. Yeah, see, so basically both the glory and the greater glory both give you a 25% boost, but the amount that they give you, 1,500 versus 5,000. So you're not flat out just buying the glory, you are buying the chance to get it a little bit quicker. So in this case, a lot of people like to throw around the words pay to win. And I've got a disagreement with a lot of people when it comes to what it means to be pay to win, it seems. It didn't seem like it was that odd of a concept, but everybody apparently is going to have their own version of what that means. And what I think of pay to win, I think of you buying something that you can only do with money that you're not allowed to do within the confines of the game. So pay to win to me is something like World of Tanks. World of Tanks has something that they call gold ammo. You can buy ammo with gold, which is real money, and that ammo is better than any other ammo in the game. You cannot purchase it with in-game resources at all. That, my friends, is pay to win. Something like this is pay for convenience. So, for example, not everybody has the same amount of time that they can play the game. So someone with limited resources of time might have a little bit of money that they can throw around. If they like the game, they might buy the chance to get more items for the shorter time that they have. I find this completely acceptable. Now, you can see from all this that you're not actually buying flat-out items. You're not going to be buying high-end gear with the real money. You're going to be buying, it looks like keys, so they might be doing something like... let's see. Let's take a look at this. Key that can open any lockbox, including Nightmare lockbox. Okay. So it looks like... yeah, it looks like they're going to have random boxes, just like Guild Wars 2. In Guild Wars 2, you could get a lockbox that randomly drops, and it would have, in that box, one random item that was only obtainable in those boxes, but it was completely random. So it's not like you were buying, you weren't just buying a straight up item. So it gives you kind of an incentive to spend a bit of money on their game and to possibly get one of these really cool items. Now, as you can see, a lot of these items, though, even in Guild Wars 2, the items that you could only get through those chests were pretty much cosmetic. Nothing power at all. Now, unfortunately, it looks like they are not offering... No, they are offering a very slight discount for buying 10 keys over 1. So, there is that. So, we've got wards here. Okay, this is going to be in for crafting, and I'll talk about that in when I look at items and crafting, but I can go ahead and go over words real fast. In this game, when you craft, there is a chance of failure. And if you fail, you can lose materials. So one thing it looks like that you're going to have to spend real money on is the chance to not fail at crafting. Now, that you might say is, okay, now that's starting to look a little more like, I wouldn't call that pay to win, but I would definitely call that, you know, pay to not have something horribly suck. But the good news is from what I've seen when it comes to these crafting sequences, is they're going to have a very high chance of success. Now, crafting is not in the game, but fusing items is, and this ward can be used for the fusing. I can turn, for example, if I have some on me still, I've got, say, 4 of these empowered rune stones. You can try to fuse these together into a greater. It takes 4 of them. And as you can see, it's a 90% chance of success. And I can put a ward in there to make sure that it increases the chance of success. So that's the kind of stuff you're going to be spending your money on. Of course, there are bags. There are dyes. It looks like a set here, so you might have some sets that appear in here. Right now there's only a very few items. Companions, obviously. Now companions teeter on that buying power thing, but you can buy companions with in-game money, so that is not a problem. Same thing with mounts. You can buy really specialized mounts, cool-looking mounts in the game with real-world money, but they are also purchasable with in-game cash. You get a booster packs for professionals. Basically, booster packs are very standard when it comes to free-to-play games. Paying for the ability to level up a little bit faster with your limited time. Lastly, we've got character slots. $5 for a character slot, $3.50 for a companion slot, and it looks like idle slots for your companions about $1. Well, it looks like you get 4 idle slots for that dollar, so that's quite a bit. That's basically 25 cents a slot. We've got bank slots for $3 and a rename token for... Yeah, it costs you $4 to rename your character. Better name them good right away. Name them good. So, I mentioned when I covered Guild Wars, and I mentioned this in a previous video, that I don't like the idea of buying character slots. However, I mentioned that in regards to Guild Wars 2. In this game, it makes sense. I kind of wish they would give you more than 2 slots. You've got 5 character classes, and that's not to mention how many races are in the game. It would have been nice to maybe have at least 3. We'll have to see if that changes when the game releases. But right now it's only 2 character slots, so if you want to have one of every character, you're going to have to spend about $15 on character slots alone in order to have 5. And that's not including the potential for more characters to come out. As more characters come out, you're going to have to spend more money on more character slots if you want to have one of everything. Now, not everybody cares about having one of everything. I happen to like doing that. Unfortunately, I haven't even done it in Guild Wars, so I haven't even tried to spend money on that. Now, the good news is, as we've seen, even though you can buy Zen, down the line you're going to be able to trade your gems for Zen. So if you play, and you play this game a lot, it seems like you're going to have the potential to be able to get Zen by playing the game and then put it right back into the game itself. And this is something that Guild Wars does as well. As you play Guild Wars, you can earn in-game gold, use that gold to buy gems, and then use those gems on whatever you need on their auction house. So in this game, it's going to be the same way. You're going to play the game, you're going to get these Astral Diamonds, and then you have a chance to sell these Astral Diamonds for Zen, and use the Zen to buy the stuff that you want on the Zen Store. Completely possible. Another thing is that because this is by Perfect World, and we're using Zen, you can also use this Zen that you buy in this game on other games. So games like Rusty Hearts or Star Trek, however those games use the Zen system, Raiders if you like playing Raiders. They've got a lot of different games under their belt that you can go out and use this Zen on. So maybe you play Neverwinter and you play it and you don't spend any money on it, but you get a chance to get a bunch of Zen, and then you can start using that for other games. And that's kind of cool. So this, I'm hoping, will give you a rough idea of what the economy of this game is like. Again, I apologize that I didn't quite catch how much the rough Astral Diamonds were worth. I don't have another character up that I can pray to do that again on, and I cannot confirm if you pray on one character that it locks you out on the other character. Completely not sure about that. These are questions that I would like to answer, but because I only have 2 character slots, I have been deleting characters for the sake of the content I've been putting out. I will try to look more into this in the future when the game comes out. Unfortunately, we are on the last beta weekend here, so the game is looking to come out very soon. So far, the game has been good. The economy looks like it's something that I can support. I am not seeing any kind of pay-to-win going on here. I am not seeing any anti-consumer practices so far. It's basically looking to be time-locked, just time-based. You have to spend time. And quite honestly, it is a simple matter when you think about it to once a day come in and hit Control-I and then log off. And that is how you can get your 7 coins. You don't have to play the game 7 days a week. You just have to log on and use it, and then you're done. Think of it almost like logging into World of Warcraft and doing a daily quest, only all it requires you to do is push a button. That's not terrible. So that's basically a rough look at the economy, and if there's any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. I will try to answer to the best of my ability. If I have to wait until the game fully comes out to answer, I will do so. Alright, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This is Neverwinter. I'll see you next time.